Thank you for having me.
Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Wendy Snoddy, your wonderful aunt.
That is a fact. I am Samantha Aldridge, your host for the Carry Your Faith Movement podcast, and today we will be talking with Wendy, and she will be telling us one of her many stories that she has. She has a lot. So, love to hear more about your faith, your journey. I know you mentioned talking about your mom, and would love to see you kick that off, and then I can ask you questions along the way.
Okay. I think my journey started, I know my journey started when I was 11. I got saved at Calvary Baptist Church. My parents helped build that church. We went to church Sunday night, Wednesday. We all were always in church. And I went to the Christian school a couple years. And I got married when I was really young.
When did you get married?
I was almost 18 years old. I'll be married 39 years this year.
Mm-hmm.
But my faith was never really paramount in my mind. I believed in God. I believed in everything.
Mm-hmm.
I thought just going to church when I wanted to was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't know, but God was with me the whole time.
Right.
And I just didn't realize it because everything was fine.
Right.
And when my mother got sick, diagnosed with cancer.
What kind of cancer did she have?
She had breast cancer. And my mother had taken care of everyone her whole life.
What do you mean by that?
Like she took in kids that didn't belong to her.
Yeah.
She raised other people's children.
Yeah.
She took care of my grandmother, both my grandmothers.
Yeah.
Just a good woman in general. And she was only 60.
Yeah.
So when she got cancer, it really made me question why.
Mm-hmm.
Why would God do that to her? And I don't know if I can do this, Sam.
Got it.
Huh?
We'll cut this part.
And I believe that the whole time she was sick, she stayed with me. I helped take care of her, tried to make her everything easier on her.
And comfortable.
And she was never angry that she had cancer. She was always thankful she had cancer instead of Alzheimer's because her mother had Alzheimer's.
Really?
And she said that was the worst disease out there when you watch someone you love just fade away.
Right.
So she was okay with the cancer diagnosis. She wasn't angry. She never lost her faith. She wasn't scared at all. I was scared. I think she was more scared for me.
Yeah.
And my mental health. That, she was just wonderful. And the way that I know that God exists is because I was so close to my mother. And when she was doing really well, and me and Freddie were talking about adopting kids. We were looking into foster care.
Yeah.
And we all of a sudden were picked for this family to take these kids in. And we talked about it because Mom had been re-diagnosed. It had recurred, or whatever you call it.
Relapse.
Yeah. And she was staying with us again. And she was like, yeah, this is something good for y'all to do. And, she was doing pretty good. And we got Jake on a Friday. And on that Monday, when I took Mama to her regular appointment, they told us it was in her brain.
Wow. And
that she only had no time really to live.
Right.
And she died 2 weeks, almost to the day of when we got Jake. Right. And I know the good Lord brought Jake to me right then. in order for me to survive
Yeah.
losing my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, everything that's I've done or everything that's happened to me, the only way I have survived it is to know that it's the good Lord's plan.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. It's his plan.
Yeah. And I think in any situation like this where you've had a lot of trials and tribulations, like you can always look back and say, like it's hard in the moment, but
Yeah.
then as you get older and you're able to tell your story and talk about it, you understand why things happen the way that they have.
Yes.
I mean, like even for me, like with my back, where in the moment, 6 years of surgeries and going to the doctor all the time was really, really scary. But when I look back on it, I can tell people that are going through the same thing, like, yes, it's scary. Yes, it's hard. But I'm thankful that I did go through that in a way where, I can always help somebody else go through that too. And I think it's kind of what we're doing here, and it's helpful, not even just for other people to kind of hear it, but it's also helpful for us to like talk about too, because you can kind of have that closure and understanding that it happened, it's real, I felt it, it was there, and it seems distant, but it also seems so recent.
Yeah, it was
And
20 years ago.
right. And I think knowing that all of the things that happened and just how it's come together, it really is God's plan.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day. And yeah, and just knowing that you're strong, you're faithful, and you've never lost sight of God even though hard things have happened. I think that's the whole point of having faith in general.
Yeah.
And having that really close relationship with God has really helped ground you, and I think that's helped ground your whole family.
Yeah.
Especially in those hard times.
I don't know how people say that they don't believe. I don't know how they survive things. I really don't.
Yeah. I don't know where I would be without my faith.
Yeah.
I really don't. Because, I mean, for the people that don't know, we live right near each other. And so we know a lot about each other anyway. But we both have gone through a lot of trials and tribulations, and I think we're both Christians, but having that knowledge and that grounded faith has really helped us stay strong through all of it.
Through all of it.
Because we're not looking here, we're looking up.
Yeah.
We're looking above. We're really grounding ourselves in this idea that God has a very big plan and it's bigger than all of us.
Yeah.
And when we can get down into the details of how hard things can be and how real and hurtful they can be, but also at the end of the day, we can look back on it and be like, I get it, I understand, there's a plan, you're almighty, you have the knowledge and willpower to kind of shift our lives in the way that you want us to work for you.
Yeah. Because you think you can't live through something, and he always puts something there that will help you through it.
Right.
No matter what you do, even when you're sinning and doing things you know you shouldn't do, he always gives you a way out.
Right.
It's always something right there that can get you out of it.
Yeah.
Now, whether you take it then or later,
right,
is the question. But it's always, he's always there, no matter what you're doing.
And I think it's interesting that you say that, because there's always a voice, and I think for me at least, and from what I know, I believe that his voice is it's not a mighty voice. It's a very small voice that when he wants you to do something, it's very like, hey. It's not a hey.
Yeah.
And I think knowing that and being guided by that helps a lot too.
It does.
Because like you said, when you're sinning and you have a way out, it's always that little voice.
The
it's
little
never
voice
the
is
big
telling
voice.
you know better.
It's never the big voice.
Yeah.
It's always the little one.
And I struggle with that today.
Yeah.
I sin every day.
Yeah.
And every day I pray that I do better.
Wake up
Please.
every day. I
Yeah.
try not to do that.
Yeah. Let's not
I
do
do
that
it.
today.
Crap.
Here I go
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope that this can help someone
Yeah.
to realize that there are normal people, because so many people think that Christian people are just like so religious and crazy and don't have fun and don't make mistakes. And we all make mistakes.
We all do.
Every day.
All of us do.
No one's
and none of us are
perfect.
perfect. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And good things happen to Christians. Good things happen to good people.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was my problem with my mom.
Yeah.
I was like, why her?
Right.
You know?
And bad things happen to good people.
Mhm.
And I think that's the reality of life and being a Christian too, is realizing that like bad things can happen to good people, but they can also happen to bad people, and then really good things can happen to bad people.
Yeah.
It's just a web and flow. It's not
Yeah.
really a this is this. It's not
Yeah,
black
if
and
you're
white. It's
living exactly
always
right the way God wants you to, nothing ever is going to happen. That's not true.
right. It's not you were not promised a perfect life
No.
just because you decide to become a Christian. Like
Right.
if
Absolutely.
anything, you become a Christian because it's 10 times harder
Yeah.
because you are living a different life than what other people are living out in the regular world. And I
Yeah.
agree with that. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining the podcast.
Well, thank you for having me.
Your
And
story
cut a
was
lot of the
great.
crying out, please.
Yeah, definitely. But this has been Wendy. This has been her story, and we hope to have her back someday soon.
Will do.